have a couple of rules before we go. I promise I'm not crazy, only a little bit. So just follow my rules and we'll all be good, okay? All right, so for my first rule, it's gonna be loud for you. All right, everyone listen. That is what I hear when you stand up. I promise I will be laughing from my seat because I already warned you. This isn't a convertible, okay? The roof stays on. All right, for my next rule, we are in the wild. That means we could have a 10-foot gator underneath us and not even know. We don't know what is underneath us, okay? So please try not to put your hands out like this or point because that does look a lot like a chicken kebab. If your arm goes out, it might come off too. Just another fair warning. I'm all about the fair warnings. Can't say I didn't tell y'all. All right, and then for my very last rule, all right, anyone that smokes cigarettes or is just lighter happy, I do have 2 car engines behind me with a lot of gasoline. So when you go like this, we're gonna go like this, and then it's gonna be all you can eat for the gators. How does that sound? Not good?
Yeah.
No? Well, let's
Nobody's smoking.
Well, I hope I get my point across, all right? All right? Is anybody scared to go out in the Everglades?
No.
No? Well, you should be. Let's go. Now we do have 2 Cadillac engines from an Eldorado behind us. That means we have about 750 to 800 horsepower. That means we can go from anywhere from 35 to 55 miles per hour down the Everglades, but that all depends on how many of you we lose along the way. And I do like to go pretty fast, so there must be some sacrifices. At this time, I do want to give you guys a quick reminder that this is not Disney World and this is not the zoo. So please make sure to have all your cameras out and ready because we don't know when an animal is going to pop up and we also don't know when it's going to go back down. Right now we are going to be passing by an island. Now these islands are not natural again. They are built by the Army Corps by piling up a bunch of coral. But regardless of these islands being natural or not, they are now home to hundreds and hundreds of birds. Some of the birds that do live here are going to be our ibises, our bow-tailed grackles, our great blue heron, our little blue heron, our tricolored heron, our osprey, but most importantly, and what these islands are named after, are going to be our vultures. So everybody, welcome to Vulture Island. Now here in the Everglades, we do have 2 types of vultures. We have the black vulture, which has a gray featherless head, and we have a turkey vulture, which has a red featherless head. Now, vultures are scavengers, meaning they get their next meal from what didn't make it to the next day. But I also like to call them the garbage men of the Everglades, because they pick up everything I'm sure you guys do not want to see. One interesting fact is actually the black vulture is known to be an aggressive breed of vultures, meaning if they do not want to wait for their prey to die or if they're just hungry, they will actually go out and hunt their prey, which is very uncommon for vultures to do. Now all around us we are surrounded by cattail grass. This is a very important part of the Florida Everglades. It is what keeps the Everglades so beautiful because it is a natural filtration system. It also is in dry season right now, so as you can see, a lot of the cattails are actually dead. Now, Florida is the lightning capital, meaning we get the most lightning strikes per year. And we do get a lot of them concentrated in the Everglades due to the flat surface. So when this lightning comes down, it's going to strike this cattail grass and start a brush fire. Now, sometimes that could be a bad thing, but that is actually a good thing for the Everglades because it kills off all the old vegetation and all the old wildlife. That is why you guys can come to the Everglades throughout the whole year and always see something new. Now, a lot of people actually do not know that the Everglades is a river, but it is. A lot of people assume that the Everglades is a swamp. Now, the Everglades is a river. It's a very slow-moving river. It only moves about 100 feet a day. And since we do have freshwater and saltwater, this is somewhere where alligators and crocodiles live together. this is the only place in the world where alligators and crocodiles do live together. He is looking directly at us, everybody. Now I do want to apologize for the quiet wildlife, but that is one thing about the wildlife tour, is that everything is completely wild. We are in their home, not in our own, so they do about what they would do even if we weren't taking this tour today. But don't you guys worry, because you guys do have a gator show after this, where you guys will be put in front of a huge pit of 10 to 12 huge gators.
Now for your show, we are going to go ahead and grab one of these guys up and out of here. And like I said, we do rotate them all through, so I am looking for a particular individual. So I'm going to grab a hold of this guy sitting over here, and we'll bring him up front so everyone's going to be able to see. Okay. Come here, big guy. Come on. Okay. Relax, buddy.
Parsinešė aligatorių. Bet kaip jis nebuvo?
Alright, so take a look inside that alligator's mouth. You will actually see 80 teeth in there. And there are 40 teeth on the top and 40 teeth on the bottom. And they can actually break their teeth off, they grow them back, and they cycle through several thousand teeth in their lifetime. You can actually hold their jaws shut with just your bare hands, as you can see me doing here. All that power is for closing, very little for actually opening. So remember, if you're ever about to be attacked by an alligator, don't run away, just turn around, grab the jaws, and you'll do great. Definitely kidding. Run for your life there, guys. But we have all of these alligators in here for a reason, though. We are actually an alligator rescue, and these are all considered to be nuisance alligators that our team rescued. Now, a nuisance alligator is one that showed up in somebody's backyard, got in their swimming pool, he ate Fluffy, something like that. Now, once an alligator does eat somebody's dog, the state is going to send out a trapper to capture and kill the alligator, unless the dog he ate was a Pomeranian, and they just let him go to continue the good work. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, though, the state of Florida does kill several thousand of our nuisance alligators every year, and that is really sad because it's not the alligator's fault. It's usually a nuisance person who caused the problem, and by that I mean people who feed them. So once you feed him, three things happen. One, he learns to associate you with the food. Two, you don't have the food. Three, you are the food. And that's why it's against the law to feed them. Now, once an alligator does become a nuisance alligator, by law it has to be either killed or kept in captivity. Therefore, most trappers simply kill and sell the alligators to make money. However, myself and the other team members here are the only strictly non-kill trappers in the state, and therefore, instead of killing the alligators to make money, we volunteer our time to rescue these alligators for free. So what we do in here, we do our shows with these nuisance alligators instead of it being turned into a handbag, which you appreciate that, right, big guy? See, guys, that's what we consider an alligator rescue, because every single alligator that you're seeing here would have sadly been destroyed if they were not here with us. Now, alligator wrestling is not like wrestling in a ring. You do not hurt, headlock, or body slam the alligator. It's actually techniques used by the native tribes of Florida. And one of the maneuvers they would use is holding the jaws of the alligator shut between your chin and your chest, allowing your hands to be free to get a rope and then tie the jaws shut, which sounds like a horrible, dangerous idea, so I'm going to demonstrate it. Now, it does make a pretty cool looking photo, so I can give you guys a thumbs up like this, or if it does go horribly wrong, get my arm ripped off and I'm bleeding everywhere, I'll give you a thumbs down, okay? Alright, don't worry, in that scenario, just switch your camera from photo to video. Now, so come here, big guy. Relax, buddy. Okay. Sometimes people clap. Thank you guys. Clapping did not feel forced at all. I actually have a bachelor's degree in finance and international business from a college in New York. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me either. But for my entire college career, all I really wanted to do was get out of the shark tank and into the gator pit. For my entire life, I've been passionate about reptiles, and especially alligators, and it has been a dream of mine to be an alligator wrestler ever since I was a little kid. So I feel extremely fortunate to have been given this opportunity, and I encourage everybody out there to pursue your wildest dreams, because you never know, they might just come true. So the last trick I have for you guys is called the face-off. It's called the face-off because if I mess it up, my face comes off. You need a dark sense of humor, guys. Hang on. Relax, buddy.
Nenori draugatis.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's try it again.
Jeigu nukasim veidą.
Good job, big guy. Give an alligator some applause. Good job, buddy. Not too shabby, big guy. Not too shabby.
I have to get a picture.
Tai maži drakonai.
Oh. He's thirsty. He's thirsty, boy.
Nu ką, mes jau po Everglades turų pamatėm vienas aligatoriaus akis. Daugiau nelabai buvo ten tų aligatorių, nes kaip ir sakė ta mūsų gidė, kad ne sezonas jiems dabar ir jiems biški debesiukai ir jie jau tenai slepiasi kur nors. O paskui šou nuvarėm pažiūrėti, tai ten irgi toks vyrukas gerai pasirodė, palikom net baksą. Pipsiu. Ką laukiam dabar, kol parveš namo, vėl atgal valandą laiko, į priekį valandą laiko, atgal valandą laiko. Žiūrėsim, ką veiksim toliau, greičiausiai varysim į prekybos centrą, prie kurio įlipom į autobusą, nes aš ten turėjau pasižymėjusi kaip lankytino objektą, tai pradeda lyti, tai kažin kaip čia su pasimaudymais šiandien. Galėtų kilti klausimas, kodėl mes sėdėm namie vidury dienos Majamyje. Aš jums parodysiu. Todėl dabar man reikia susirasti, kaip atsidaryti alų. Kaip tu atsidarai? Su skarbė. O tu man gali atidaryti? Pristatau jums modelą. Ai, dar ką šiandien sužinojom. Florida yra labiausiai žaibuota šalis pasaulyje. Labai didelė žaibų koncentracija šitoj valstijai. Va, jau antras trenksmas. Ir sakė, kad tie Everglades laukai dažnai būna į juos ten tranko ir užsidega to žolės ir dideli plotai. Trečią kartą. Ir dideli plotai išdega, bet sakė nieko tokio. Sakė, biški padega ir išgesta ir dėl to keičiasi gamta Everglades. Ir sako, kiekvieną kartą atvaręs gali pamatyti skirtingai. Biški padega, biški kažkur iš naujo užauga. Galvoju, gal kokį žaibą nufilmuosiu, bet nepanašu. Biški parodysiu, ką valgom. Nusipirkom pabandyti džerkių. Tai visai patiko šitie, nes nėra per daug sudžiūvę. Minkšti, sultingi. Amerikai reikia pabandyti džerkių. Šneiders. Šitoks didesnis pakis, Lietuvoje pirkdavom mažiukiais pakiais. Bet paskui kažkaip nebeliko to skonio visai, ne? Būtent honey and mustard. Kaip čia pasakyti, trupintas beigelis toks. Ir šito skonio patys skaniausi. Ir dar nusipirkau. Pabandyti čia tokių saldainių. Priminė man biškį mano maltizerius. Mėgstamiausias saldainis, tai pabandysiu, pažiūrėsiu, kas čia. Ar panašu, ar ne. Kuo toliau, to smarkiau. Oi, čia tai vėtra.
Žmogus varosi per pietų.
Nepavyzdžiu, žmogui. Bobutė praėjo.
O, mačiau žaibą.
Žaibą? O dabar tai nenorėčiau vaikščioti.
Blemba patvints visus tas maniš.
Nu. Šį vakarą mes užbaigėme su Long Island iced tea. Labą naktį.